And IELTS exam here, 4 modules is there are 4 modules listening. Your what is going to be observed so far, how you are getting their ideas in listening section, how you are getting their ideas, and in reading section as well, how you are getting their ideas. These things are going to be observed so far, and where in the list you can see it here, and the listening and reading section. While as far as speaking is concerned, and another one, writing is concerned, here how you are just conveying your ideas, how you are conveying your ideas is going to be observed where, and the reading sorry in the writing and speaking section. In writing, punctuation, grammatical structure, and all such things will be also observed. But the most important thing in writing as well as in speaking is how you are starting, how you are closing. These things are very important, and how you are connecting the second sentence that you are uttering, uh, or that you are writing in writing section within paragraph, how you are connecting the second sentence, the third sentence, whether you are just connecting it within a normal and common way, like the normal and common students, like how they do so for normal in the sense like those who don't have much experience of writing, those who are not professional to be considered professional way, like professional writers, right? They start and they connect sentences with these few connectors. So then, right? Now, but for speaking section and for writing section, you are requested and you are supposed to remember at least round about 15 different connectors from connectors list. And if you are not clear regarding connectors, then you are having knowledge regarding. Let me know. Let me tell you that you have knowledge regarding connectors. What are connectors, right? Connectors are to be used for, like, they are also called conjunctive adverb. They are also called transitions, right? And another thing you can see. Yeah, did Kaushik just unmute himself? Yes, good, good. All right. Now, another thing regarding, you can say that, yes, connected. To connect two ideas. Now, these are easy. However, this is connector. Furthermore, this is connector. So, yeah, and addition. Sorry for the inconvenience. It was a kid. Okay, it was, yeah. All right. Now, at here, when you connect two ideas and use some connector instead of going for so and then, just furthermore, in addition, in other words, and some other words, I would like to mention, like these are to connect your sentences. This beautify you, these connectors beautify your speaking. These connectors show to an examiner that this person is having very good command on conveying ideas, right? In speaking, the conveying idea style is going to be observed so far. Like mostly when students appear in the real exam, one student, let me give him the example of that person. When he appeared, and many students face the same problem. When he appeared in the real exam, believe me, he was quite good because he was graduated from UAT, University of Engineering Technology, Peshawar, right? But yeah, he just took classes with me, one-to-one classes and physical classes, and also the you can say just classes for 2 weeks and on all modules. In all modules, I evaluate and I assess that you are perfect, you are good, you can easily get 6.5 and 7, and his requirement was, I think, 6. In all sections, he got 7 and 6.5, but in speaking, he got 5.5, I think so. And I asked, why is this so? And he answered, sir, believe me, I was able to answer for all the question, but when I appeared in front of examiner, that lady, that examiner who was taking my interview, she was very serious, rather too serious. And because of her seriousness, sir, you mentioned that I am supposed to also have a little bit smile on my face, that little bit gestures on my face. I was just applying those things and I was just answering in a very appropriate way. I was using connectors to connect my sentences. I was starting my phrases, my answers with very beautiful starting phrases. I was closing all my answers with very beautiful way, the professional way, as you mentioned that you are supposed to answer, to close your answer in the. But sir, when I was answering, just I answered 4 5 answers in the introductory, the first part, like in speaking, 3 sections will be there. The first is introductory part. The 12 questions would be there from introductory part, right? In speaking section, maximum question ratio is 22. Mostly students think like they would ask us around about 14 question, and when they are going to be asked at 14 question by an examiner, the student, then they think like we are going to be done so far. But sometimes the maximum amount is 22. You are supposed to be, and as Cambridge books, you can see there like 4 in part first, 4 in the last part, and there you can see around about 12 question, right? Counting these 3 parts as well. In cue cards, 1, 2, 3, right? These 3 parts as well. Now, but in reality, British Council examiners mostly ask around about 18 to 22. Your mind should be ready for this situation. When your mind would be mental level should be ready, then you would be able to perform very well, right? Now, when that student was answering to an examiner, the examiner was serious and he was thinking. Then I said that I asked that what happened then. Then he said that, sir, I was thinking like I think I am answering something wrong. I think I'm making some grammatical mistakes, because believe me, sir, I was like showing my little bit smile on my face. That the facial expression was very friendly from my side. But that lady, sir, believe me, that's the examiner was very serious, too serious, and from beginning till end, and I was like nervous in front of her because of her seriousness. Now 85%, 95%, 85 to 95%, you are going to face the similar situation. Examiner would be most probably very serious, rather too serious in front of you, whether that is a male examiner, female, it doesn't matter. But that person is going to be serious because of only one thing. This person is going to face a lot of candidates, one thing, a lot of candidates, and asking similar question, and listening and getting the similar information. What is your full name? What is your full name? What is your full name? May I see your ID card? May I see your ID card? Where do you live? Do you work or study? And then the other remaining question would be also similar. This person is actually asking the same question, and getting same information. Now these things just sometimes get bored to human psyche, right? Because of such situation, because of the other situation, like he might be just observing also the grammatical structure, the coherence cohesion, the starting, the closing, the pronunciation, and all such things in your conveying style, the communication style of speaking. Now observing all such things at the same time, and also getting your answer at the same time, and also focusing on the time, and also thinking about the next question to be asked, right? All such things, that thing are these things also can make the personality, the person, the examiner serious in front of you. And also to observe, if I am serious, would you be able to give me a proper answer, right? At here, IELTS, International English Language Testing System, is this. There sometimes students also confuse that if I shared our own opinion, especially in Q card 2 question, or in the part 3 questions, there some question would be asked from you related to part 2 Q card, that like 3 sections. Again, for those who are unknown to speaking module, 3 sections are there in speaking module. First section, introductory part, 12 questions would be there, and the introductory part around about 12 or 8, around about 12. Now in the first introductory part, 8 questions which would be there are 10 or 12 questions. In those 8 10 questions, introductory part. But at here, from the very first question, what is your full name? Students then say, my full name is Momna Khan. My full name is Ali Ajaz Darar. My full name is Kashif Siddiqui. Now, this is also okay, but the most respective way, the most formal way, my full name is Ali Ajaz Darar. But sir, you can call me Ali. Thank you. Right? Now, this is the most formal way, the more you can say good way. My full name is Ali Jasser, also good, but you are supposed to impress examiner more, and that like by choosing the unique style. In speaking, one thing you have to keep it in mind from this first lecture, you have to keep this thing in mind, that the uniqueness is very important. Whenever the examiner, especially this question is very important in Q card 2, especially in the Asian countries. They mostly ask in Asian, like this the China, India, this country, the Pakistan, right, and some other the Asian country. They ask mostly in Q card this question: what was the last party, what was the last function, what was the last ceremony that you enjoyed a lot? What was that when it took place? Who else was with you? That like cue card question. 2, what was the last function? They mostly, Other question can be also asked regarding your last experience so far, right? Or your future career so far, right? But this question now, whatever the question has been asked from you, you are supposed to also like to have some connectors in mind, to have the proper starting phrases in mind, to have like the how to close my answer, and to have to have this thing in mind, like how to prepare your question, especially for Q culture, right? The pronunciation also matters a lot. The gestures also matter a lot. The facial expression also matters a lot. But for this kind of question, now the point I was discussing, that you are supposed to share some uniqueness. Like let's suppose this examiner asked you, mm, what is the traveling place in your country that you think it is a very attractive, or it is a very impressive place, or it is a very good place for to be traveled so far by many people or by foreigners, right? Which you think that is a good place for. Now students may answer, for Pakistani student may answer Mari Swat Naran Kalam Kagan. These students, Malaysia students may share their capital. Turkish students may Istanbul. Sri Lanka students may share Colombo. Right now, the Qatar students Doha. Right, are some of the unique, you can say, common places they would share. But you are supposed in speaking answers just go for uniqueness. Like it here, you are supposed to share any uncommon name, uncommon in a sense that is not known to everyone else, even to that examiner. Always try in speaking section, if you want to impress examiner and to attract himself or attract that person, the examiner, she or he, towards your answer. That is very important. For this thing, you are requested and supposed to use some uniqueness in your answer. At here, you can share, sir, and my country, the Khanpur Dam is one of the best place that for visiting purpose. I visited that place 2 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed that place. Believe me, sir. You believe me, or believe me, sir. Whatever just is like convenient. You believe me, sir, or you believe me, ma'am. That was a memorable moment for me. There were many people who are from whole world, or some foreigners were also there to visit that place on that very day. Right now, the Hanpurim or the Textile Museum or and you can say some industries in Wakand are some uncommon places when you do share are some now. What is the last? What is the device you can you think like this device has changed the human life? Now many students would say mobile phone, others would say laptop, others would say internet, Google. Right now, these common ideas would be shared. But when you would go for unique, one lady just answered me for this question from South Africa. She was Pakistan, but she was living there, and she answered me. Believe me, sir, being a lady, automatic washing machine has just changed my life. You can share stopwatch, you can share microwave on, you can share some other devices, the radio, TV, yeah, some other uncommon devices to share to just make your answer unique. Same goes for even the first beginning four question. Those four questions are going to be similar in whole word. When you pick the interviews, the real questions interviews, I have shared. If someone is not having that a PDF file, ask me or ask others, all students in the documents group. Someone would do share it with you again. From January till now, September, October of this year, the following year, 2022, I have collected all the questions from real exams, the speaking interview. Now, in those all questions from whole world in all countries, you can see the first four questions would be similar. Full name, may I see your ID card? Where do you live? Do you work or study? Now, but at here, even examiner is going to observe your way of conveying ideas, answer, information, how you are starting, and how you are using the pronunciation, how you are using the words, right? These things are also going from the first question. What is your full name? My full name is Ali Ejastara. My full name is Kashif Siddiqui. You can call me Kashif. This is the formal way. May I see your ID card? Yes, sure, sir, please. This is my ID. Why not? This is also answer. But yes, sure, sir, please. Yes, this is more formal way, more respectful, more friend. You are supposed to consider the examiner. This examiner is the someone very close to me, someone like a friendly person to me. This is my friend. Even if the examiner 85% in the beginning, in the this very first lecture, I mentioned that you would face most probably very serious person, too serious person, right? Rather, the examiner would be too serious in front of you. 85-90% students face the same, right? We do face that the examiner will be most probably, most possibly serious in front of you, but you are supposed to, you're supposed to consider that serious person is actually bored right now. Bored right now, he is feeling bored of any situation. And now when someone is feeling bored and you are assigned a duty, that you are assigned, that you are supposed to make that person, that boring person, an interesting one, interesting in your answers, the conveying style, the communication, and the way you are just starting and closing, and the way you are expressing your opinion or your you can say ideas, right? Your information, the expression is going to play a vital role at here. The way of expression through your facial gestures, facial expressions, the little bit smile on your face, right? That should show little, you can say, the friendly way of communication, right? In front of examiner, you are not supposed to be very serious, to be serious like that person, the one who is going to take your interview. Now, where do you live? The third question, how to answer for this third question. Some students may say, I live at here in the Islamabad, that is located in the Punjab, sorry, yeah, in the province of Punjab, and it is the capital of Pakistan, right? And Islamabad ratio, or the population of Islamabad are now, these are irrelevant information, like never go in part first question especially, and in all the question and IELTS exam, just keep this thing in mind, you'll be success, inshallah. Now, in listening, reading, if they ask you to write 2-3 words answer, these through 2-3 words answer actually want your focus, want your, you can say, mental approach, that you are requested and you are supposed to answer for whatever you are being asked. What examiner asks you in IELTS exam, just answer for that. The relevant answers are going to be, just you can say, 100% acceptable by examiners, right? The relevant, not irrelevant, right? Relevant information, whatever has been asked from you, just answer for that. Same goes for speaking section, whatever has been asked from you, just answer for that. I'm living here, this is located here. Well, now this is enough. You are not supposed to just share what is the ratio, what is the population, where is my forefather living. Never go here and there, never go in much deepness, never go in the ground and background, right? Just answer whatever you are being asked. Living here, and this is looking. And part first question, how much you can prolong, like sometimes students do ask this question as well. You can prolong all of your answer uh, for, you can say, 30 to 40 or 40 to 45 seconds. And the first four question should be not prolonged, like 2 sentences, 3 sentences. Full name, this is my name, may I share the card, where do you live, and do you work or study? Sir, I do work. Or ma'am, I do work. This is my work. Mention your work, whatever you are doing work. Or if you are and in part time, I also study some books, right? Some books regarding history or some. Now this is enough, right, for this question. Or if you are studying, I study, but I study this very field, and in my part time or in my free time, I also help the poor. I also help the needy people. I also help my parents. I do work at home, or I do work online and somewhere, right? That you can, this is enough. Just relevant, concise, short answers should be given in part first. Now first four questions are done. Let me show you some other question from part first. In part first, when you face some other question like these kinds, let me show from any other real interview. Here you can see this interview from, yeah, taking place in Germany, yeah, in the last July. I have some other questions in the PDF form. You can just get those questions from the file I might have shared. You can ask in the documents group again to be shared right now. That just the first four questions are similar in this interview and in this interview, Germany and this other place, Italy, I think, right? The first four questions are, but the remaining four questions would be based on your personal experience, your you can say, likes and dislikes, your 24-hour schedule from morning till evening, from evening till morning, right? Since morning till evening, since evening till morning, right? The whole morning, evening, morning to evening, and evening to morning, day night schedule. Like, are you a morning person? Do you like to study in morning, or do you like to study at night? Or what time you get sleep? Or like all the question will be actually related to your schedule, timetable. Now how to be fluent in those questions? By going through some real exams question, by going through some real interviews question, which I have shared with you guys, right? And the PDF file. Now another way how to be fluent in these 4 questions especially, you can see, to think in English language, right? From this very first lecture, just think whatever you pass through in your life and your schedule. Just think all the ideas in English language. These things are going to help you in like becoming fluent. Because when you think, when your thinking ability would be, you can say, improved in English language, you would be able to talk also and to share all the ideas that would be in there in your mind within English language, right? Okay. Now the remaining 4 questions will be based on such experience, past experience, but that would be in simple words, in one sentence, I can mention these 4 questions would be based on your personality, right? Do you usually wear a watch? Your personality related question. Coming to the another interview, what activities do you usually do at night? Personality. What time do you usually sleep? Personality related, or schedule related, timetable related. What do most people like to, why do most people like to wear expensive watches? What is your experience? What is your experience, right? Do most people in your country wear watches? Again, your experience. How you have ever, have you ever had difficulty falling asleep? Experience, right? The schedule or experience related question. Now you see, you just saw now the same question. When you go for same question, the starting way, the closing way are also important, and it should be impressive. The style should be friendly. The facial gestures, the facial expression, the little bit smile and face, these things are also going to be important, right? You are supposed to be a friendly person in front of examiner. Now coming towards cue card question, you will be given 1 minute to prepare that cue card question. Question will be mentioned in the queue, and then 2 minutes you will be asked to speak on that very topic. To talk on that very topic, you just now very you can say very best way to prepare that topic. You can sketch a rectangle. You can sketch a, sorry, pardon. Yes.
Yes, sir. I just want to ask, sir, kindly please just summarize the last about last 4 questions I just missed because of my internet was unstable. How much we have to elongate these answers?
Yeah, the first 4 questions, very good question, relevant. The first 4 questions should be not prolonged too much, rather just 2-3 sentences. The first 4 initial question, what is your full name? It cannot be prolonged. You cannot say my father and those other names. The first, my ICRD card, it cannot be prolonged. Where are you where are you from? It cannot be prolonged, and it should never be prolonged. Where are you from? It should never be prolonged. Just place name and where it is located, enough. Do you work or study? Mention whether you are working, and part-time I'm studying, or I'm studying and part-time I'm working, right? Working with my, now the remaining 4 questions are remaining 5, 6, 7 questions from part first, the introduction part. Somewhere you'll see 4 questions, somewhere 5, round about 7 question, 8 question, right? But the remaining 4, 7 question, 4, 5 question, these should be prolonged till 35, 40, minimum you can say 35, average 40 seconds. This should be, but maximum 45 seconds, maximum 45 seconds. You have to keep this thing in mind, that we are, and now how to prolong, you can prolong so far, right? You can mention like, yeah, like keeping WH questions in mind. WH question in mind, what has been asked from me, what is the question, when it took place, right? When it took place so far, like what are the timings when it takes place, right? And where it happened, and how it happens, and why it is memorable still to me, why it is important to me, right? Keeping we would go through such you can see such practice. When you would be given some question, I would ask you some question, and then you would answer, and while keeping these WH questions actually in mind. These WH questions would help you not only in prolonging the answers for Q card 2, rather for all other questions when you would be there to prolong your answers. These Q cards question, sorry, the WH questions and connectors, keeping connectors in mind. However, furthermore, in addition, I would like to mention, and additionally, logically, philosophically, in other words, right? Now these connectors are also going to just bring a lot of ideas in your mind to share with the examiner, and also to prolong your answer, and to beautify your way of communication. Hope you answered the question. Yes, please. Yes, sir. Hope you answered the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, coming towards cue card 2. Yes. Now, how to prepare this cue card 2 question like in 1 minute? If you took a start to write a sentence, this happened, and then, right? You would be here, and the second sentence and the half position. There, your 1 minute may ends, right? Somewhere at here, you would be thinking. The best way, draw a sketch of a rectangle or square or circle, right? On each corner, write the major points, some important, the major headings. Like question is, talk about someone you really like to spend time with. Please tell us who the person is. Now on one corner, who the person is, who the person is. Just elaborate his personality within 2-3 sentences. Enough. One connector, furthermore. Furthermore means the another thing which I am going to share in this point. Q this. How you know him, how you knew him, sorry, how you knew him or her, how he knew for the first time when I met him for the first time, and where you met him and where you knew, where, yeah, what was the place where you knew. The again WH question, yeah, what you usually do together. Now in addition, at here, to connect the third area, in addition or additionally, and then what you do usually together. We study together, we take exercise together, we do home, like the home tasks together, right? Now these things you can mention it here: home tasks, study, or some other activity. Furthermore, again you can use furthermore, or sometimes, or I would also like to mention, or logically, or some other connectors can be used to use any other idea. Why he is memorable, or why he is important, or why she is important in your life. Why? Okay, now you are going to suppose to prolonging your answer. You are supposed to bring other questions, other WH questions in mind, and to prolong your answer. These WH questions are going to help you in prolonging your answer, and these connectors are going to help you in connecting the next idea with your previous one, and also to make your answers more beautiful, impressive, and attractive in front of examiner. Okay, next thing. Yes, part 3 discussion. Hopefully this will be clear. If you face difficulty, you can just distract me anywhere. Yeah, you can just ask, you can unmute a mic anywhere. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you few questions after discussion of this thing, right? For today. Okay, now in part 3, here the questions, all the questions, 4, 5, or 6, 7 questions would be actually related and would be affiliated with the cue card 2 question. That those questions would be having a relationship with this cue card 2 question, but this question, the part 3 discussion question, should be also prolonged for 45 seconds, right? These 4-5 questions should be also prolonged for 45 seconds. The the first 4 questions should be not prolonged, rather 2-3 sentences, maximum 4 sentences. 2-3 sentences enough, maximum 4 sentences, not more than that. Otherwise, all the other information would be irrelevant, not required, right? And by irrelevant information, examiners sometimes think like this person is actually unable to get my questions, right? And when he would think or she would think like this is going to just you're going to like score because of such thing. Okay, now in part 3, all the questions would be related again to the cue card, the idea of cue card, but those questions would actually ask you what? Those questions are going to ask you you can say some social examples. Like for example, not your personal opinion. Yeah, your experience is important. Your experience is going to be shared, but yeah, your agreement, disagreement related questions are going to be, but those questions would be based on some social examples, right? For example, where do young people like to travel to in your country? Now, where do young people like to travel? Young people, like social example, is going to be shared for such question, right? Next, what kind of topics are popular among youth? Among youth, right? Again, among youth, among a new generation, again, the social example is going to be, is it normal in your country to talk to strangers? Again, social example is going to be shared. This part, the another questions, the another test questions. Do you think inventions make people lazy? People related a question. Again, social example question. What do you think people invent such things? Again, so now all such questions, but if you compare this question with the cue card, for example, talk about someone you really like to spend time with, and what do young people like to travel in your country? Where do young people, right? Now Talk about someone you really like to spend time with, right? Time with when you are with that person in traveling, when you are with that person in while doing studying together, right? As in, but at here, these questions are going to have affiliation or relationship with this cue card too. Just let's take this one. Do you think inventions make people lazy? And cue card question. Talk about an invention you like that has become invention related question and invention related but social related examples, and it here your personal opinion is going to play a role, right, for QCAT. Okay guys, yeah, hopefully it was important and some discuss, but a lot of other things are going to be discussed so far. Sometime examiner start the next question quickly, what you should do that time. Sometime examiner would be silent, your answer would be completed, what you should do that time, and all such other things are going to be discussed so far, yeah, in upcoming discussion. Right now I'm going to ask you people some questions, but that if the meeting ends after 3 minutes and 30 seconds, meeting is going to end, you are requested to just click on the same link for joining it again, because we are going to just take some more minutes, 7 8 or maximum 10 minutes, right? Not too much time of you people. Okay, yeah, now I'm going to ask you everyone, each one, some question, and you're requested to answer me for those questions. Okay, the first question is for, yeah, you are also given a time and prepare that question, and that given time is just 40 seconds to 1 minute. 1 minute, within 1 minute just prepare. The first question is for Ali Ajaz. Describe a skill you learned from older person. You have 1 minute, you're supposed to prepare it in 1 minute. I hope so it is clear. Yes. Okay, next person is Sir. Sir, are you here? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ali, just the question is clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, Sir, describe a person you follow on social media. And Momna, describe a thing you did to learn another language. Momna, describe a thing you did to learn another language. Yes. Kashifa, yes, Kashifa, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. This question is for you. Describe an interesting song. You can share some social message of that song, any message of that song, or why you like that song so far, or when you listen it, right? Such question. Well, all students can keep WH questions in mind. Here I have written on the right side at the top, what, who, what, where, when, why. WH questions would are going to help you in prolonging the answer, right? Okay. Describe an interesting song for Kaushif, and for remaining students. Yes, Ahmad. Ahmad, this is for you. Describe a special cake you received. You received. You receive. Yeah, you receive. The present tense. You receive from others. In all answers, just be careful regarding using the tenses. A correct tense. Describe a special cake you receive from others for Ahmad Shah. Yeah, and Rina Nirvana, this is for you. Describe an interesting conversation you have it with someone. And Muhammad Fizan, this is for you. Describe a place, very important question. This is describe a place and a village that you visited. And Tayyiba, describe a phone that you had. Describe a phone that you had. Yes, coming to the first participant, but before moving to the first participant, meeting is going to an end. You're requested to just join it again and prepare meanwhile your answers, right? And then Ali Ijaz is going to start the answer, and then the next person whom I have assigned this question. Yes.